Interlude 4-1, Unlimited Blade Works. She goes through the darkness. A desolate night. She enters the room from the dark hallway. This is a room in a building somewhere. Oh, great description. Good. Bravo. There are about 50 workers here. Or were here. Most are male, and all of them are scattered about like puppets with their strings cut off. She grits her teeth. The darkness is helping her, she cannot see well. The air in this room is filled with the rotten smell of a plant.
何の子だろうこれ。あーちゃん、あなたわかる？
Opening the door and the windows, she asks someone behind her. There is no one there, but there is a presence thicker than air behind her.
魔女の難航だろう。セリカの愛を破壊するとかいうやつかな。
それって毒人参でしょ？愛を破壊って。ああ、そういうこと。男に何か怨恨でもあるのかしらね。この惨状の仕掛け人は。
Yeah, you could say that.
だとすると、相手は女かな。いや、何の恨みがあるか知らんが、サーバントになってまで八つ当たりするとは根が深い。
能書きはいいから窓を開けて。倒れてる連中はまだ息があるか。この分だと今から連絡するのも朝になって発見されるのも変わらない。用が済んだら手早く離れるわよ、あーちゃん。
She opens the windows and treats those who are in especially bad condition. After that, she leaves the room.
服、クリーニングに出さないと。
So what's neat about this is like in the anime, they talk about like all the people collapsing and whatnot is Caster's doing, but like this is a bit more specific in how it's done, I guess, sort of. She sniffs her coat. She didn't touch it in particular, but her coat smells like rusted iron. The room was sealed, and the floor of that room was covered in blood that the people threw out. The presence behind her takes form. What appears behind her, Tosaka Rin, is a knight in red. It is Archer, who was protecting her in spirit form.
それで、やはり流れは竜道寺か。
そうね。奪われた聖器はみんな山に流れていってる。神都で起きてる昏睡事件はほぼ竜道寺にいるマスターの仕業よ。マスターがどれだけのやつか知らないけど、こんなのは人間の手に余る。可能だとしたらキャスターのサーバントだけでしょ。
竜道寺に救う魔女か。となると、昨夜は失態を演じたな。
失態？バーザーカーと引き分けたこと？あれは最善だったと思うけど。
どうかな。キャスターがそれほど広範囲な網を張っているのなら、昨夜の戦いも盗み見ていただろう。
Yeah, learned capabilities.
にもかかわらず、バーサーカーを倒せず、セイバーさえ見逃し、こちらは手の内を晒してしまった。これのどこが最善だ。
He speaks sarcastically, but Rin doesn't answer him. It's not a mistake that she made Berserker retreat and helped save her. And most of all, Archer has not shown the full scope of his power yet. Oh, she can tell, huh? Last night, it's true that the arrow Archer fired stopped Berserker. But Rin has yet to figure out its true identity. The identity of that powerful, noble phantasm. Oh, yeah.
Rim.
No, she knows the principle behind it. That was just a bomb, He just exploded the bomb called the Noble Phantasm in front of his enemy. It doesn't need to be said how extraordinary that was. That was a one-time explosion of magical energy, using the strongest phantasm possible. Broken Phantasm. That is the name of the Noble Phantasm this knight in red possesses. Yeah, totally. Right, yeah.
Rim.
But it's too strange. A servant only wields one Noble Phantasm, and it's a part of them that they had their whole life. What hero can possibly destroy such a thing freely?
Rim.
It's not easy to fix a destroyed Noble Phantasm. It's like committing suicide for a servant to destroy his Noble Phantasm. But he didn't.
Rim.
Archer's getting annoyed. In other words, Archer abandoned his strongest weapon when he still had 6 more enemies he needed to defeat. No. First of all, he destroyed the proof of his heroism under his own will. It's so crazy that other servants would faint from shock if they would find out about this.
Rim.
何？ごめん、聞いてなかった。
Yeah, he could tell.
今夜はこれからどうすると聞いたのだ。先ほどの戦闘で疲れているだろうし、大事を取って戻らないかとな。
Rain clenches her fist at Archer's words. The previous battle. Bone golems that were swarming in the hallway. She defeated them all by herself. She did not need Archer's help, nor did she want it. Most of all, she felt anger towards the enemy who was breaking the Magi's rule of not involving innocent people. That's why she destroyed them. She mercilessly eliminated every one of them. She did not show any sympathy, even if those bones could have been a living person just hours ago. She did not suffer any wounds from the battle, except one. Since she fought while suppressing her nausea, she cut her lip from biting down on it.
キャスターを追うわ。気配はまだ残っているんでしょ？竜道寺に逃げられる前に型をつける。
Good luck with that.
何？驚いたな。できないと思ったことはやらないのが君の主義ではなかったか？
そうよ。私、結果が分かりきっていることはできない。けどこれは別でしょ。今から追いかければ尻尾ぐらいはつかめるだろうし。何より。
喧嘩を売らなければ気が済まないか。やれやれ。倒しやすい相手を放っておいて、最も倒しがたい相手を追うとは。
I mean, I suppose, but like.
いいのよ、セイバーのことは放っておいて。あんなのはいつだって始末できるんだから、別に目の敵にする必要ないじゃない。
Really? You can finish them off at any time, huh? I don't know about that.
ちゃんとおとなしくしているんなら、無理に手を出すこともないわ。あいつが家に隠れている分には見逃してあげるだけよ。
ほう。では、あのマスターが目の前にいれば、話は違うのかな。例えば、未だマスターとしての自覚もないまま、エミやシローの方から君の前に現れたとしたら。
Yeah. His words are meant to test her. Looking down at the night town.
殺すわ。
Oh, that's not the answer I was expecting. Well, yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair. Fair
そん
enough.
なこともわからないやつにかける義理なんてない。
Osaka Rin answers as if convincing herself. Sure you would, Rin. Sure you would. Bonnie and Clyde. Right. Alright, I'm actually gonna stop there. And next time we'll go through the 5th day. But yeah, anyway. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Oh, we left off having... right, we went to school with Saber and hung out at the archery club. And now we've moved on to the 5th day, which, is titled Bonnie and Clyde, which is, an interesting name, I suppose. But, yeah, okay, let's see. Oh, and this is when it gets to Shiro's backstory, I think? Well, no, this is when Kirisugu dies. Yeah. This is a story from 5 winters ago. Or from a winter 5 years ago. I mean, same thing. It was a night with a beautiful moon. I wasn't doing anything, just watching the moon with Kirisugu. Even though it was winter, the air wasn't cold. The corridor was a little chilly, but it was a good night to enjoy the moon. Back then, Kirisugu didn't leave the house often. Not going outside, he would just laze around the house carelessly. I regret it even now thinking back to it. Why didn't I notice that it was like the actions of an animal that knows its time of death? Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know, actually thinking about it, this kind of sounds like what I do, but I don't know my time of death, so it's kind of...
子供の頃、僕は正義の味方に憧れてた。
Yeah, didn't everyone? Suddenly. That man, himself a superhero in my child's eyes, said that as if yearning for it.
なんだよそれ。憧れてたって諦めたのかよ。
In a sense, I became angry and asked him. Kirisugu laughed apologetically and looked up at the sky.
残念ながらね。ヒーローは期間限定で、大人になると名乗るのが難しくなるんだ。そんなこと、もっと早くに気がつけばよかった。
It sucks that Saber could never see this side of Kirisugu. Really unfortunate. I agreed with that. I didn't know why, but I thought it couldn't be wrong because Kirisugu said so.
そっか。それじゃしょうがないな。
Yeah, I guess so, Shiro. I guess so.
そうだね。本当にしようがない。
Kirisugu answers. So of course, my response was determined.
しょうがないから俺が代わりになってやるよ。じいさんは大人だからもう無理だけど、俺なら大丈夫だろ。任せろって。じいさんの夢は。
You know, I feel like Kirisugu probably like in death, probably regrets saying that to Shiro. You know, like he is, like, okay, so like there's the Throne of Heroes or whatever, where all the people who become heroes or people who became guardians go in their afterlife. I assume there's probably something similar. No, well, no, because there's a cycle of reincarnation, so I guess maybe not. But assuming there is an afterlife for non-heroes, right? And they don't reincarnate. I suppose it's possible that Kirisugu could probably see how Shiro's life went. Maybe. And if that was the case, he'd probably regret saying what he did to Shiro. I don't know. I'll make it come true. Before I could finish, my father laughed. He made a face like he didn't even need to hear the rest. Hang on, I gotta pick up my phone. That was the sound you heard. I dropped it on the floor. After breathing in, Emiya Kiritsugu said,
ああ、安心した。
Oh, Kiritsugu, you don't know what you did to Shiro by saying that. He quietly closed his eyes, and his life ended. That is the story from a winter 5 years ago. It was a parting that determined the course of Emiya Shiro's life. It was the night that Emiya Shiro decided to become a superhero. There's no way I can forget it. I never said it, but I clearly remember it. The figure of the man who saved the boy who was left to the fire. Emiya Kiritsugu held up the dying child and said thank you. He said, "I'm thankful that I found you." He made a big smile and thanked someone, as if he was saved by rescuing someone. The emotion I felt back then is still engraved in my mind. Nobody saved me. I couldn't save anybody. In it all, I was saved, and a person was there to save me. That's why I decided to become like him. Become a superhero, so that I could save people and let no one be killed. Just like him. Even if it may be a childlike fantasy, I yearned to become one. And thus, Kiritsugu, the embodiment of my dream, died peacefully, leaving me his dream of becoming a superhero himself. It's only natural for a child to succeed his father. Emiya Shiro must become a superhero and save someone just like the old me. I swore so as a child, to fulfill the dream of the man I admired most. But to be honest, I'm still wondering if my idea is the right one, where my idea comes from, what I can do even despite me being just an amateur, how to make the dream of making everybody happy, which Kiritsugu always talked about, come true. Oh, and what I can do now that I'm a master. There are just so many things that my head's going to explode. Yeah, you have taken on a lot.